Okay, come to mountain pose. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Yourself sink into the earth. Spread your toes. And let your knees be a little bit soft, micro bend in the knees, so you're not locking your knees. Take a few deep breaths to center yourself and clear your mind. Bringing your attention inward. Bringing all of your attention to the breath. Notice the pace of your own breath. The depth of your own breath. And the sound of your breath. Invite your breath to go a little deeper. Let your belly relax as you inhale. And let the belly come in as you exhale. You can bring the hands to the belly beneath the navel to help you feel the movement of your body with your breath. Sometimes that really helps. Deep breath into the belly. Exhaling, gently draw the navel in, finding your bandhas. Good, then stack your breath. Inhale to fill the belly and keep inhaling to fill your ribs. Good, exhale from the ribs and then the belly. One more like that. Root down into the feet, lift tall through the crown of the head. And then continue to stack the breath. Breathe deep into the belly and fill the ribs. And keep inhaling to fill your chest. It's a nice full expansion on the inhale. On the exhale, empty first from the chest. Let the shoulders relax down. Let the chest feel broad. Then gently exhale from the ribs, softly hugging the ribs into the lungs. And then finishing with that nice contraction or abdominal bond. Lift the navel in and up under the ribs to help you finish the exhale. Good. One more like that. Nice full breath. And a steady, even exhale. Keep going. Breathe in nice and even. Lengthen through the fingertips and reach up. And then as you exhale, reaching out, open through the heart. Relax the shoulders down away from the ears. Breathe in. And breathe out. Try to pair your movement with your breath. Good. Let's interlace the fingers behind the back or place your hands on your low back for support. Coming into mild back bend, rooting into the feet, gently lift your heart. Now lift your gaze. And on an exhale, relax the shoulders down away from the ears. Slowly, softly press the hips forward over the balls of the feet. And again, rooting into the feet, lift the heart a little higher. Maybe lower the head back or look up a little more. Keep breathing. Keep lifting the chin. For a deeper stretch, squeeze the shoulder blades together and press the palms away from the back. Nice full breaths into the chest to broaden through the chest. Letting the exhale sink the hands toward the earth or the shoulders, away from the ears. Letting your heart open. Good. On your next inhale, lift through the crown of the head. Drop the chin into the chest. Just neutralize the neck. Good. Inhale, release the hands, reach up. And exhale, take a forward dive, nice and slow, bend the knee. Let the arms hang, or if you can reach, let the hands rest on the floor or a block. Relax your neck. Breathing now into the back. Take a few breaths to the low back. Exhale from the belly. Hold the belly in and then take the next breath into the back. Keep exhaling from the belly. Let yourself sink into it a little more. Let the thighs feel strong. Let the belly and ribs rest heavy on the thighs. Now bend your knees a little deeper. Really allow your low back to soften and stretch. Allow the crown of the head to sink toward the floor. Keep breathing. And on your next exhale, draw the navel in and up strong and start rolling up on your inhale, pressing into the feet to send energy up the spine. Slowly come up. Allow your chin to feel heavy in the chest if you can until the very end. Getting a stretch all the way up through the neck. Good. Inhale, reach up. Good. Lift the heart, look up. On the inhale, lift the crown of the head flat back. Exhale again. Dive forward. Maybe this time take the arms out to the sides. Lead with your heart. And then relax the arms down. Let the head drop. Good. Again, bend the knees. Move her a little deeper into the low back, letting your belly and ribs be supported on the thighs. Take some deep breaths now into the back ribs. Let all the tension out of the neck. Exhale. Roll up with your inhale. Put the hands on the knees for support if you need it. Good. Roll your shoulders back. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Look up, mild back bend. And breathe out. Relax the shoulders down the back. On the inhale, reach up again, flat back. Pull the tummy in and forward fold. Broaden the chest. And release all the way down to the mat. If you can't reach, let the arms hang. Let your shoulders feel heavy. Let the crown of the head feel heavy. Take a few breaths into the upper back now. Breathe in to expand the space between the shoulder blades. And as you breathe out, relax the weight of the shoulders toward the earth. Let the head drop a little closer to the mat if it can. Good. And slowly straighten the right knee a little bit more. Good. Press down into the right heel. Send the right hip slightly back. Take a nice deep stretch in that leg. And then switch sides. Waking up the hip. Waking up the hamstring. See what you feel this morning. Good. Then maybe press into both heels. Lift both sit bones skyward, straightening both knees a little bit more, and relax there for a breath or two. Good. Then sit your hips deep back behind your heels. Inhale, lift the head, lift the arms up halfway, chair pose. Drop the tailbone, hollow your belly. Draw your shoulders back, lift your head up. Good. Then inhaling, reach the hands skyward, look up, push into the feet to send your hands toward the sky. And exhaling, find your center. Good. Bringing some heat into the body. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Relax the neck. Inhale, back extension. Now straighten the knees without locking them. Broaden the chest, extend the heart forward. Take a few breaths, open up through the chest and send your shoulders away from the ears. Make sure you're also lifting your shoulders up away from the yoga mat, toward the sky. Good. Press into the thighs, send the hips further back. Lift the head a little higher, feel that upper back heat. And then exhale, forward fold, drawing the navel into the spine. Good. Inhale, come up halfway, sweep the arms out. And exhale, sit to chair. Inhale, reach up, push, and stand up. Exhale, the arms to the sides. Good. Let's add on. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward dive. Inhale, back extension. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slide the right foot straight back. Deep lunge. Broaden your chest, take a few breaths. Stretching the hips, sinking a little deeper if you can. Modify here if you need to. You can always lower the back knee to the earth. Try to let the tension out of the neck, let the shoulders come back away from the ears. Good. If you haven't already, lower that bottom knee and let's bring the weight up a little higher. Hands to the knee, or you can reach the arms over the sky, over the head toward the sky. Whatever feels good. Good. Stepping back to table pose. Hands and knees. Align the wrists under the shoulders and the knees under the hips and take a cat-cow. Let's do a few of them. Nice big inhale, open up through the heart, lift the head. Good, then exhale, round the back. Take a nice stretch through the upper back. Good, again, inhale, cow pose. Now bend the elbows, lower the chest toward the earth, and squeeze the shoulder blades to the center of the back. Good. Keep the center of the back nice and tight. Shoulder blades nice and close to each other, and then straighten the elbows. Good. Gently draw the shoulders back away from the ears and lift the head. Drop the belly. You're in cow pose. Good. Nice big breath in. Broaden the chest a little more. And exhale, cat pose. Now push into the hands to lift the heart away from the earth. Relax the neck. Lift that belly nice and high. Good. Again, cow. Bend the elbows, find the contraction in the upper back, and then straighten the elbows. Good, last one, cow pose. Super straight elbows, nicely done. Tuck the toes, press back into the feet, stretch out the backs of the feet, the backs of the toes, the arches of the feet, and then lower down into child's pose. Resting the forehead on the mat, relaxing the shoulders. Be comfortable here. This is a resting pose, so you want to be comfortable. Find what works for you. Maybe spread the knees apart. Maybe readjust the arms. Maybe rest your head on your hand. One nice big breath here. Steady your breath. Exhale strong. And then inhale, reach out through the fingertips. Come back up to table, tuck the toes, and let's take it to downward dog. Good. Spread your toes and sink down into the heels, even if they don't touch. Reach into the inner and outer edge of the heel. Good. Now activate the hands as well. Spread the fingers wide. Look at them. Press into the whole handprint, protecting that little bubble of air in the center of your palm. Like you have an arch in the feet, you have an arch in your palms. Keeping that arch high and healthy keeps your wrists, elbows, and shoulders healthy. Relax your neck. Active hands and arms. Push into the earth through the palms to send the hips further up and back. Then exhaling, sink into the heels a little more. Good. Inhale, rise up onto the balls of the feet. Spread the toes wide. Push into the balls of the feet to send the tailbone skyward. Find more length through the back of your legs. Exhale, sink down into the heels. Do it a few times. With your inhale, rise up. With your exhale, lower the heels down mindfully. Try to keep the ankles tracking with the three middle toes. So the ankles don't fall out wide or they don't knock in toward each other. Just explore that movement. Listen to your body. Make it comfortable if it's uncomfortable. But encourage that good alignment. Nice deep breath in. Rise up. Good. Now stay high. Lift the belly in toward the spine. And then bring your weight forward over the hands. Lift the belly. Lift the heart. Look at the hands. Good. Bend the knees and step or walk to the front of the mat. Back extension. Forward fold as you exhale. Take a little break. Relax the neck. Let tension go. Good. Inhaling. Come back up. We're going to sit the hips back. Inhale the arms forward. Good. On your next breath, inhale, reach the hands skyward. Look up. Exhale, push into the feet. Good. When you're ready, float those arms down to the sides. Nicely done. Reach up. Forward fold. Back extension. Good. Let's lunge the left foot back. Deep lunge. Broaden the chest. Sink into the lunge. Modify if you need to. Good. Steady the breath. Let the shoulders move back away from the ears. Allow your heart to open. Sinking into the hips more and more if you can. When you're ready, lowering the back knee down to the mat, taking it a little deeper now. Engage the bandhas, inner thighs hugging midline. Take the weight up over the hips. Relax the shoulders back, lift the heart, maybe lift the hands, however you're feeling this morning. Let yourself sink into that stretch. Good. Lift from the crown, come forward. Tuck the back toe. Bring it back to table pose. Good. Repeat a few cat-cow. You could always modify here and do chaturanga instead. Try to use that modification to really open the heart in cat pose. Bend the elbows, sink the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together in the upper back, then straighten the elbows again. Good. Last one. And then tuck the toes, come to down dog. Strong arms. Press into the hands to send the hips back. And let that extra weight sink the heels a little closer to the floor. Good. 2 more breaths here. If you need to take a break, take it to the knees or child's pose. Good. Rise up onto the balls of the feet, heels high as they'll go. Push into the balls of the feet to send the sit bones skyward. Let the hips feel light. Press with the hands, press with the feet, send the hips skyward. Open your heart. Good. Lift the tummy in a little higher. And then start to bring your weight forward. Lift the belly, lift the ribs, lift the heart. Bring the weight forward over the hands. Look at the hands. Nice, strong exhale. Lift the tummy into the body. And then walk or step to the front of the mat. Back extension. Good. Forward fold. Take an exhale. Let go of tension. Then inhale. Sweep the hands forward. Sit the hips back. Chair pose. Good. Exhale. Reach the hands skyward. On your inhale, push into the feet to send the hands toward the sky. And as you exhale, bring the arms to the side. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Lift your left heel, lunge back to triangle pose. Good. Line your heels up like they're on a balance beam. Really root into the outer edge of the back foot to give you some steady balance. Both legs strong and straight, but don't lock the knees. Relax your shoulders. Good. Press down into the soles of the feet to help you lift the crown of the head a little higher. Then take an inhale and broaden the chest. Maybe take the arms on the hips. And then shift your weight so that you're sinking into your front hip. Let the back hip come out. Good. Really root into that back foot. Nicely done. Then take the front arm and reach forward over the front toes. Look down at the knee, outer rotate so that your knee points straight forward as the toes do, rather than off to the diagonal or kind of off to the corner of your mat. Make sure the knees point straight forward with the toes. Reach the hand out over the front toes. Reach as far as you can. Good. Stay strong. Exhale. Hand's going to come down to the shin or a block if you're using one. Top hand can reach up for counterbalance. So you can kind of lift yourself out of it if you need it. Reaching through that top hand. Let's take a few more breaths. Sink a little deeper if you can. Try to allow the top side of your body to stretch. Feel that front leg, inner thigh stretch. Don't overdo it. Let tension out of the neck. Let the shoulders drop into the back ribs. Maybe turn the gaze skyward, looking at your top fingers. And when you're ready, on an inhale, reach up, lift up, and exhale the arm down. Good. Switch your feet. So your front toes are going to turn to the side of the mat. You're going to pivot on the ball of the back foot to bring the heel in, so your back foot points to the back of your mat. Good. Line your heels up like they're on a balance beam. Straighten both legs. Good. Press down into the soles of your feet. Gently draw the feet together as if you were on ice, your feet would slide together. But they're not really going to move because they're on a sticky mat, right? So then press down into the feet and lengthen up through the crown of the head. Find some length through the spine. Feel your leg and core muscles turn on. Good. Shift the hips. Good. Jutting the back hip out, which is your right hip. Deepen that stretch on the inner thigh on your front leg. Look at the leg. Make sure the knee is outer rotating, pointing over the toes. Reach that front hand forward over the front toes. Deepen the stretch. Take a few deep breaths. Good. Stay strong in your core, strong in your legs. Don't lock your knees. Keep the thighs working. Take a nice big breath in. Reach a little further. When you're ready, exhale the hand down to the block or the shin or the floor if you can reach that far real quick. Keeping your chest open, broaden through the chest, and sink into the stretch. Taking a couple full breaths here. Steady your exhale. Reach the back hand out for counterbalance to give you some control. So you feel light enough on the shin. If you need to lift up, you can. Then slowly work into your deepest stretch. Trying to stack the shoulders. Maybe trying to turn the gaze toward the sky. Make sure you free up your neck. Draw those shoulder blades to the middle of the back. Keep breathing. And then on an inhale, when you're ready, reach up, lift up, coming out of it. Good. Exhale, both arms down. Relax those shoulders. Turn your back toes in. So now both feet point toward the side of your mat. Good. Inhale your arms up over the head. Reach skyward. Press down into the feet to help you lift the hands higher. Find length through the waist. Then as you exhale, lower your arms to airplane. Hinge from the hip. Send your heart forward and down. Deep stretch for the hamstrings. Don't lock the knees. Keep a micro bend in the knees. Good. Lowering down slowly. Maybe take the hands to the hips if you need to modify. But lifting the shoulders away from the ground. Squeeze the shoulder blades to the upper back. Extend through the heart. Soften on the leg stretch by bending the knees a little more. Maybe go ahead and round the back. Now drop the hands to the earth for support and balance. Good. Check your weight in your feet. Bring your weight forward enough that you're equally distributing the weight between the heels and the balls of the feet. Then let the tension out of your neck. Breathe into your back body here. 2 more breaths. Walk the hands back between the feet or maybe even behind your heels if you're that flexible. Keep relaxing the neck. Letting your weight fall forward a little bit into the balls of the feet. Deepen the stretch. Thighs are turned on. Knees are not locked. Keep protecting your knees by keeping a micro bend in the knees. Keep relaxing your neck on every exhale. See if you can feel the crown of the head sink toward the floor. Letting go. Good. When you're ready, walk the hands out under the shoulders and press into the ground to straighten the arms. Good. You can always use blocks here if you need a little more space. Let's bend the right knee, sinking to the right side. Nice deep inner thigh stretch. Maybe lift the left toes off the ground. Just exploring. Come back down to the wide straddle and switch sides. Slowly bend the left knee. And maybe let the right foot release up off the ground to go deeper. Support yourself with the hands. Good. Press back to center. Nicely done. Sit the hips back behind the heels a little bit. Bring the hands to the knees and roll up the spine. Relax the shoulders. Good. Toe heel it in. And then turn and step to the front of your mat. Good. Inhaling, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Back extension. Good. Let's take it to tripod balance. Shifting weight to your right foot. Frame your right foot with your hands. Extend your left leg back. Good. Broaden the chest. Level your hips with the floor now. Feel that deeper stretch in the outer right hip. Lengthen the crown. Reach back into the left toes. Good. Now, feel the free hip floating in the air. Lower it down a little bit lower than the right side. Then inhaling, lift the free hip high, higher than the standing legs hip. Good. Try it again. Inhaling. Lower it down. Exhale, let it sink a little bit more. Then next breath, inhaling, lift up. As you exhale, lift a little higher. One more time. Lower the hip and the leg, and then lift the hip and the leg as high as you can. Good. Taking a break here, staying here, or adding on. Maybe float that left hand up to the hip. Maybe float the left arm up toward the sky, working your way into half moon. Good. When you're ready, coming out of it, slow and controlled. Hand comes to the floor, and then the foot comes to the floor. Good. Sink back into child's pose, standing. Drop the head, relax the neck, belly and ribs heavy on the lap. Then inhaling, come all the way up. And exhale to your center. Good. Take a breath, set your intention. Let's go into it on the other side. Breathing in, reach up. Forward fold on your exhale. Frame the left foot with the hands. Shift weight to the left side. And bring the right leg up behind you. Straight legs. Good. As much as possible, straight legs. Use blocks under the hands if you need to straighten the leg. Good. Take a breath. Just get that leg up there nice and high. Wake up that left hip a little more. And then level your hips with the earth best you can. Broaden the chest. Good. Now, lower the hip. Right hip's going to drop lower than the left hip. Then lift it up. Try to kind of rotate from the trunk. Let your belly kind of shine off to the right side. Again, lower the hip. Hold for a breath. Stretching that left hip out a little more. Good. And then lift it back up. One more time. Lower the right hip. And then lift the right hip. Good. Really lift the right leg. Take it as high as you can go now. Good. Then exhale. Lower the foot down. Bend both knees deep. Rest your belly and ribs on your thighs completely. Relax the neck. Let the head hang. Drop the hips back a little deeper. Standing child's pose. Strong legs. Soft upper back. Good. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale to your center. Nice balance, nice heat in the body. Let's breathe in, reach up, and take it down to the mat. Pressing back into table. Coming down to knees, both knees touching down at exactly the same time. Good. Then untuck your toes, press into the tops of your feet, and lift your knees a half an inch off the mat. Good. Take a breath. And as you exhale, hollow the belly, lifting your stomach away from the earth. Good. Lower the knees down. And broaden the chest. Loosen up the shoulders. You can do a couple presses. Heart toward the earth. Heart lifts away from the earth. And then neutralize. So heart's right between the shoulders. Strong, straight arms. Shoulders pulling to the upper back. If you need a little help with that, bend your elbows. Sink your heart to the earth. Squeeze the shoulder blades to the spine. Then press into the hands to straighten the elbows. Keep the upper back active. Take an inhale. Exhaling, lift the knees an inch off the mat. Good. 2 more breaths. Hollow the belly as you exhale, rounding like cat pose. And then lower the knees back down to the mat. Good. Neutralize. Maybe try some shoulder rolls with weight on the hands. Good. For the last set, start in table pose. Strong, straight arms. Broaden the shoulders. Bring those shoulders away from your ears. This time we're going to crawl the knees about 3 or 4 inches forward. Press into the tops of the feet. Press into the palms to lift your heart and lift your belly. And then lift the knees 4 inches to the ground. Good. Extend the crown of the head forward. 2 more breaths. Hollow the belly stronger as you exhale. And then lower the knees to the earth. Good. Come back to child's pose. Take a break. Rest the head on the hands. Take a couple deep breaths to your back body. And as you exhale, really relax your neck. Soften your shoulders. Maybe take those arms to the sides, palms up, so that you can really relax your upper back. Breathe into the space between the shoulder blades. And as you exhale, let the shoulders fall toward the earth. Let the upper back broaden and release. Good. Press the hands to the earth to help you come up. Good. Leaning forward on the hands, turn and look over your right shoulder at your right hip. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Nice side stretch. Breathe out, look a little further back. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, look over the left shoulder at the left hip. Good. Lean into the stretch, pressing your hips slightly right as you look left. Nice deep stretch. And then come back to center. Nice job. All right, let's release the feet in front of us on the mat. And take it onto the back. Taking it into bridge pose. Relax the low back against the earth. Relax the neck. Broaden the shoulders. And let the heart feel light and open. Taking a breath or two right into the center of the chest. Good. As you exhale, let your shoulders sink back into the mat. Then inhaling, broaden the chest and anchor your shoulders. Exhaling, press into the soles of the feet and lift your tailbone. Good. Stay there. Breathe in. On your next exhale, press into the feet and the shoulders, the backs of the arms and hands, and lift just your tailbone off the mat. Then the sacrum. Good. Spread your waist out wide against the earth. And then push on your next inhale a little firmer. Lift the ribs. Relax the neck. Make sure all the weight is resting across the shoulders and the backs of the arms. Maybe move the shoulder blades in a little closer together underneath the back. Broaden the chest. Take another inhale. Take it to your highest point without forcing it. Gently let the hips float up. Draw your knees forward over your toes to keep a lot of space in the low back. Keep pressing the shoulders to the earth to lift and open the heart, trying to feel light in the heart, light in the front of the hips. Let your knees come a little closer together, free up that low back. Good. See if you can take it up one more tiny bit. Relax and lengthen out the back of the neck. Good. Reach the fingertips for your heels. Let the neck release. Good. Last breath. As you exhale, now roll down the spine. Release the hips to the earth. Good. And hug the right knee into the chest. And hug the left knee into the chest. And then lift the head, ball pose. Good. Grasp the wrists or the hands or the elbows if you can reach. Bring it in nice and tight. Nose to knees if you can. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Good. Then lower the head and shoulders back down to the mat. Lower the feet to the floor. And let's cross the right ankle over the left knee. Draw the right knee away from you. Hollow the belly and drop or relax your low back toward the earth. Pressing into the left foot, give yourself a little deeper pelvic tuck. Try to let your waist feel heavy on the ground. Good. If you don't feel a stretch here, adding on, we're going to reach up. Right hand goes through the triangle between the legs. Left hand goes to the outside. You can bind behind the thigh or on the front of the shin, whatever feels comfortable to you. Then you're going to slowly relax the shoulders and the head back down to the earth. Letting the stretch deepen. Relax into the back. Gently bringing the legs a little closer to the chest. Good. Inhaling, rock slightly left, just like an inch or two. Exhaling, rock right. Keep going. Breathe in, rock to the side. Breathing out, come out of it. Just giving yourself that little massage. Moving into the deeper stretch. Giving yourself a little break. Coming back to it. Good. Take a few more breaths now. Inhale deeply. And as you exhale, really lengthen out and slow down the release of the breath. And as you release the breath, let some of the tension go with the breath out of the body. Let the hips stretch. Release the tension in the muscles. Good. Lengthen the back of the neck. Maybe lift the head. And then relax the neck. Release the legs. And neutralize. Circling the ankle. Good. And then bend the knee and circle the knee. Maybe reverse the circle. Good. Let that leg come down, foot to the floor. Other side. Cross the left ankle over the right knee. Then pull the left knee away from you. Good. Broaden the chest, relax the shoulders. If you don't get a stretch here, hollow the belly, drawing your low back toward the earth, and add the bind. Reaching up, left hand goes through the triangle this time, bind behind the thigh or in front of the shin, whichever serves you better. Shouldn't feel forced. It should feel deep, but reasonable. You should be able to breathe through the stretch. If not, ease off of it. Take a break. Good. As you exhale, let the shoulders and head sink back heavily into the earth. Lengthen out your spine, extending your crown away from your tail. Extending the tailbone away from the crown. And add the massage or the rock if you like. Inhaling, lean right, just an inch or two. Exhaling, go left. Nice full breaths, guys. Let the tension out of the neck. Let your shoulders relax back, nice and broad through the chest. Maybe lift the head. Still drawing that left knee away from the body. Still relaxing the shoulders away from your ears. Gently pulling the shin or the thigh in towards your chest. Good. Relax the shoulders and the head on the mat. Release the legs, foot to the floor. Good. Neutralize. Left side this time. Ankle circles, a couple times each direction. And then bend the knee and take the knee in a few circles going both ways. Just work out any tension in the hip. And the low back. Good. And then hug both knees in and bring the knees wide out to the sides of the ribs. Relax the shoulders back. Extend through the crown of the head, dropping your chin to your throat. Nice deep stretch through the middle spine. Bring those knees in a little higher up under the armpits, and then lift your feet up and grab your ankle. Happy baby. Good. If you're okay there, you can stay there, or if you need a deeper stretch, you can take the peace fingers to the big toes and weight the legs that way. Relax the shoulders back, heels pointing toward the sky, soles of the feet facing up. Knees sink down and out to the sides. As you exhale, broadening the chest, letting the shoulders relax down into the mat. Now try the massage. Slight lean right, slight lean left. Inhale and exhale. Nice smooth breaths here. Good, then slow and steady, binding the ankles or holding on to the outside of the knees, or keeping the bind on the feet if you have the range of flexibility. Slowly straighten the legs, come to wide straddle. Good, if needed, keep the elbows on the floor with the hands on the outer thighs to support your hips a little bit. Broaden the chest, relax the shoulders back. And then when you're ready, bend the knees, bring the thighs together. Good, and take both knees to one side. Anchor yourself with the arms out to the side. Slowly lower the thighs down one way. Good, trying to stack knees and hips. Gently turn your head to look the opposite direction. Nice full breaths into the waist. Exhaling, relax the weight into the earth. Maybe let the top foot swing away from you for a deeper stretch. Good, then bring it back in nice and slow. Bring the top knee up and then bring the second knee to meet it. Good, hug the knees, rock side to side to massage the low back. Square off the hips and the shoulders and lengthen out your spine. And then again, broaden the chest, anchor yourself with the arms out to the sides. Take both knees the other way. Trying to stack ankles, knees, and hips if you can. I like to weight the top knee with my hands. Slowly turn the head the opposite direction to complete the spinal twist. And breathe deeply into the low back and belly, letting your waist go as you exhale. Remember breathing into the belly and the ribs and the chest. Then exhaling slow and long, letting the shoulder and the knee feel heavy at the same time. Letting go of the tension, let it float out of the body with the breath. Maybe swing the top foot out for a deeper stretch. And bring it back in when you're ready. Nice and slow. Lift the top knee to center. Bring the second knee to meet it. Hug the knees or rock side to side to massage out the back. Good. Finishing up with an inversion. Any inversion you'd like. If you want to keep it nice and easy, you can come to bridge and elevate the hips with a folded towel or a yoga block or a yoga bolster, and just bring the legs up into the air for legs up the wall or supported modified shoulder stand. Very, very gentle. If you want to take it further than that, you can take it up into shoulder stand or plow pose, or if you prefer, take a few moments for another inversion. Maybe you're working on headstand or handstand. Take the time for the pose that best serves you in your practice. Stay present with your breath. Let your body feel grounded. Really allow your grounded to expand. Always looking for that more stable, secure connection to the earth in any pose. It's through that deep groundedness that we find the ability to expand and extend and deepen. Good. Last couple breaths. Coming out of your inversion slowly, mindfully when you're ready. Taking a few moments, just resting on the back. Taking a few breaths, letting your back body settle into the earth. Let the shoulders feel wide and heavy on the mat. Let the hips and the waist sink down into the earth. And toe heel your feet out very wide, wider than the hips, and close to the hips if you can. Good. Inhaling, take the arms up to a high V or grasp the elbows over the head. On your next inhale, lengthen, rounded tail. And as you exhale, take both knees to the left, turn your head to the right. Good. Inhale fully to fill the body with breath. Hold it with you for a moment. Then exhale slowly, like you're breathing out through a small straw as you reach your top knee away from the elbow. Good. Taking another breath, sinking a little deeper. Releasing through the side body. Reaching that knee forward and down, letting the stretch move deep into the thigh. Maybe up through the ribs and into the shoulders or the arms or the chest. Allowing the knees to come as close to the floor as they go. On an inhale, gently returning the knees up to center, turning the head back to center. Readjust the feet and inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhaling, drop both knees to the right, turn your head to the left. Slowly working into a deep spinal twist. Using that deep restorative breath, inhaling fully. Pausing at the top of the inhale, holding the breath with you for a moment until you're just a little hungry to exhale. Don't force it, don't strain to hold the breath. When you exhale, do so slowly, long, controlled, steady, like you're breathing out through a small straw. Letting yourself sink into the earth, extend through the top knee or the knee on the center of your mat. Reach it forward and down towards the earth. Let the stretch move into the thigh and through the side body. Maybe feel the stretch in the chest and the ribs. Whatever you feel the stretch and let yourself go. Let the tension go. Melting into the earth. Good. On an inhale, gently bring everything back to center. Good. One last time, hug those knees into the chest, rock side to side to massage the back, or spinal rolls if you like them, rolling forward and back from the shoulders to the tailbone. Try to catch some hang time on the sit bones if you're doing the spinal rolls. Keep it slow and controlled. Massaging out the back. Maybe slide to side is better for you. That's okay. Maybe circle the knees over the hips. And then when you're ready, come all the way down to the mat. Adjust your body for Savasana so that you're lying flat with support where you need it. Maybe a rolled towel under the neck or the knees if that helps with neck or low back issues. Spread the feet a little wider than hip distance and swish the feet in and out a couple times. Loosen up through the hips. Then broaden the chest, arms at a low V, turn the palms up and down a few times. Tuck the shoulder blades in underneath the back. And then rest with the hands in a comfortable position. Take a few deep breaths and allow your body to settle into the mat. Let the shoulders and arms feel heavy. Let your head feel heavy. Let the feet feel heavy at the same time. Let go of the weight of your hips, letting the hips feel wider. Allow the legs to feel soft. Take a nice big breath to your belly. Expand the belly completely. Hold the inhale with you for a moment. And then exhale softly. Relax the low back. Let go of your waist. A couple more like that. Let the belly sink all the way down as you exhale. And then inhale to the ribs. Allow the ribs to expand fully as you inhale. And feel the back ribs sink down as you exhale. Letting the ribs gently hug the lungs to help you empty. A couple more breaths like that. Letting your whole back feel heavy on the mat. Now bringing a few breaths up into the chest. Inhaling to broaden the chest. Exhaling to release any remaining tension or energy in the shoulders. Breathing deep. Broaden the chest, opening your heart. Exhaling. Feel that energy from your heart center radiate outwards to the fingertips and the toes. Take a few more breaths like that. Let the energy move all the way to the toes and to the crown of the head. Each breath a little brighter. Each breath feeling a little more energy spread through the whole body. Feeling light. Energized. Starting to move. Open the mouth. Maybe lick your lips. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Gently turn the head side to side. And then circle your ankles and your wrists. Be gentle with yourself as you bend the elbows and your knees. Move slowly and mindfully. Draw the navel to the spine. Each exhale, find the bandhas. Moving to a comfortable fetal pose, maybe side-lying fetal pose, a gentle tuck, or even child's pose if that feels best to you. Take a moment for yourself. Take a moment to praise yourself for taking good care of you today. And then take a moment for gratitude. And when you feel ready, work your way back up to a comfortable seated pose. Let your sit bones feel grounded. On an inhale, extend through the crown of the head and gently open your heart. And then one last time together, we'll take a breath in, reach up. Bringing your hands to your heart center with your exhale. Namaste. And thank you for joining me for yoga practice on the porch today. Have a wonderful weekend.